Good afternoon. It's a Saturday, 3 p.m. again for you, me, and others. We're here to learn new things, understand new tax regulations. So today's topic I bring to you because one of our clients was asking, do you issue 1099 for workers in Philippines? Do you? Do you issue 1099 for workers in India, China, Europe, other countries? What is your answer? We're going to give you an answer today. Let's get going. And before we start webinar, we always want to introduce our firm to all of you. And Community CPA is a 28 years old firm. And it started with me 28 years ago. And this firm is special because we did not go through acquisitions. We did not buy other people's accounts or we buy your accounts. We grew our clientele to today at 12,000. And everyone come to us knows how good of a job we do. So they're here. This website will lead you to the services that we have. You can get on board with us without talking to us and uploading your information and giving notes to us so we know that you want to become our client. Then we receive your document and we will contact you. And you can also use appointment button to get into our timetable. And every partner has their calendar. You can see our calendar where we have free time. You can book your appointment. And just one advice, before you come to the video conference, I want you to make a list of your questions. You really want to utilize this time to the maximum value. And I'll tell you that we have never ever disappointed anyone. We have the answer for you. Of course, and we have client portal, payroll portal. Those are all the services we give to our client. So that's just to have you see who we are on the internet. Then, of course, all of these webinars we talk about, and it is going to come into our YouTube channel. We have a YouTube channel called Community CPA. You type into Community CPA, you will see something like this. And I encourage you to subscribe. As soon as you subscribe to our channel, when we post new videos, when we have a new live videos, and you will get notification. Then you will know whether the topic is relevant to you. If it is important to you, you'll come online like right now. This is 3 p.m. on Saturday. Every Saturday, rain or shine, we are online to give you a new set of knowledge. So this is all the talks we did during the webinar time is deposited right here. So we have more than 1,200 videos for you. So I hope you enjoy that. And of course, we are numbers people, right? So we talk about our firm with a strong conviction from numbers. So 12,000, the number of clients we serve, 40 number of professionals we have, and then you go down on the numbers. We have 6 partners in our firm and 5 different branches in 3 different states. So we also are, I myself served at the National Taxpayer Advocate Panel for 3 years. So that's our number 3. Then I wrote 2 books, as you already know, and I have these 2 books right here. And one is 8 a.m., the other one is 10 a.m. I'm writing the 2 p.m. book, which is expand your business. So I talked about starting up a business, grow your business, and expanding your business. Trust me, these are not the same skills. People who can start up with a business may not know how to expand. And even for myself, Community CPA come through the first 2 books. So we started, we grew, and now we are at the time to expand. We just expanded to Houston, Texas. So right now I'm speaking to you from Houston, Texas office. So with that said, am I successful in that expansion? I don't think I can finish that book yet because I want to give you real experience, real result, even if it is a result that not something I imagined, but I can give you what really happened. So teach entrepreneurs to learn from other people. Being an entrepreneur can be lonely. There's nobody tell you how they really do in their business. But in our work, in our line of work, and we see everybody. We see how other people do, and we can tell the same business, this business owner would be successful, that would not. And we know why. So with that, I think join our channel, subscribe to our channel, and learn from the videos we posted is a smart idea. All right, no responsibility disclaimer just because it's free, just because it is no engagement between us. But when you really want to make an important decision, I encourage you to engage professional to have that nailed down. But always know the buzzword, know exactly, not exactly, but know sort of what you're looking for. That would help you a big time. And that is actually a key for you to communicate effectively with your service provider. All right, the importance of hiring out your work to overseas, right? So hiring foreign contractor can be a strategic move for many companies. You know what I'm talking about. And actually, our firm, Community CPA, we don't hire foreign workers just because we have a lot of concerns related to data security and all of that. But there's a lot of CPA firms are hiring foreign workers actually remotely, right? So they work from their country, like they work from Philippines, but they are doing bookkeeping work for some people. So that approach, of course, can allow business to lower their cost of hiring accountant here in US. And also, the people who are out there making a little bit of money, so they're more reliable, they're more committed, so they work day and night to get your work done. So you got that piece of work ethic from there. And working for, different regions, if you work with the workers from Philippines, and you will naturally start understanding the economy over there. Who knows? Maybe you will expand your business over there. So it's always added benefit when you are exploring to an area that is outside of your main body of the business. This is actually one of the key when I talk about expansion, business expansion, right? So it is not just about you're expanding to different business lines, creating more product. It has a important element of physical place, because that relocating or that finding new locations is actually process of expansion by itself, because not only you expand it to another location, your mind and body and your understanding of the local economy come with it. So that is the benefit, and I consider that is something good to do. And hiring foreign workers, that is a great saving for a lot of businesses. Of course, legal side of consideration for hiring workers, it is legal. It is legal to hire a foreign worker who lives in a foreign country to work for a US-based company. Absolutely. Okay? DOL and issue work permits to workers who are in US, right? And the US Immigration and Customs Enforcement ICE does not require visa if worker living outside of US and work for US company. So those are facts. IRS do not require employer to issue 1099 if the contractor work and live outside of US. See, I kind of gave you the answer for what, our topics today. Do we issue 1099 to foreign worker, right? IRS does not require employer, you, the business owner, to pay Social Security, Medicare, taxes. IRS allow employer to deduct all the payment they made to the foreign workers. But one small condition, which I will mention that to you right here. Issue 1099 to foreign workers? No, you don't need to. But you need to do the following things. So the contractor cannot live in US. They live in outside of the country. And your company is a US company and in US. And you have signed W8BN on file. you have a signed W-8BN on file. That is a form you can find on internet. So if you hire a Filipino worker for your company, you're here in US, and that person needs to sign this for you. So you don't have to do withholding on that account. Okay? So let's talk about W-8BN. We call that W-8BN. All right. Similar to contractor here in US, we use W-9, right? You know the W-9 form to record ID of the contractor. The IRS oversees the tax compliance for US companies that hires the foreign contractor. So it ensures that the contractor are correctly classified, that appropriate tax forms are used, so they push out these two different forms. So W-8BN is a form that the employer need to keep. So when you get audited, you have it on hand. So, but you don't use that to issue 1099 NEC. In some cases, the W-8BN is filed, so the brokerage firm will not withhold income taxes on their investment. So W-8BN has a big use. So, it is kind of relieve the business owner from withholding taxes on the foreign worker who resides in foreign country, because the money they made is really belongs to their country's income. They were in their house, made this money, so it is their country's income. They should file taxes properly over there. It is actually normally stated in the tax treaty between US and other countries. So that is a default thinking, right? So if they live in their country, they work for you, but they get paid by the check you send over, they report taxes in their own country, but they are not needing to report anything to US. All right, so I did have that form, W-8BN, and the link over there, but I know I didn't copy the exact link. But if you go to IRS website, irs.gov, you just type into W-8BN and it will show you. So I did take a picture of that for you right here. So this is what the form looks like. So you can use that. There is another kind of W-8BN. It is for E. So let's take a look at this. While the form W-8BN is for foreign individuals, another IRS form also existed for all foreign companies working outside of the U.S. as an independent contractor. So let's say if you have a company in Philippines, just so good at supplying you with those workers. So, but they are not one person, right? You send a payment to that company disseminate the payment to the Filipino workers over there. So that is what you need to have the company filled up. Okay, so that is what I want to show you here. This is the form. So you know that the difference with -E represent, the enterprise. But without the E, it's individual. So that is kind of where you will. And in terms, of U.S. Department of Labor, and the company hiring foreign independent contractor should also be aware of employment laws in the contractor's country. So in our country, who is the gatekeeper for the labor fairness? That's a Department of Labor, right? So every country has Department of Labor sort of authority. So you want to be aware of what their requirement is. For example, some country has strict labor laws that can classify long-term contractor as employees, making the U.S. company liable for additional benefit. So you just want to be careful with what you are doing over there at another country. That is actually one of the reasons that, how sometimes people think that, oh, I'm just going to open up a foreign account and put my money elsewhere so nobody knows, and I shelter away income here in US. And I always tell folks that I'm not sure what would be worth more to you, to lose all of the money overseas because you got no authorities over there, and their law and rules changes, or their law and rules you didn't even know, so you did something wrong and your money just went away. And then you're gonna go travel to that country to figure it out how to get your money back, or paying what percentage of taxes here and then keep the money with you. So it is always a consideration when you deal with a foreign country. And I'll tell you that not all the foreign countries are having law like how we have it. Okay, so we have a pretty mature business environment, but not every country out there has the same. So I mentioned about tax treaty. So what is tax treaty? This is a bilateral agreement made by two countries to resolve issue of double taxation. They want to make sure that the citizen of one country do not be double taxed just because they have business or properties or whatever at the other country. So US has those tax treaty with all kind of countries. I shouldn't say that with every country because I really don't know for a fact, but of course the country that I work with, they all have. So like treaty between Canada, Australia, and Vietnam, China. So those are the treaties that a lot of them are very similar. If you read treaties 3 times for 3 countries, you already know they're similar, but they do have special rules. So those treaty is what you need to understand when you hire the foreign worker in another country. So I hope you don't hire them all over the world. You just focus on one country. So it is not that difficult to make sure that you consult with international tax folks, people like us. We are familiar with that, and to really know what need to be taken care of. Or you can hire an attorney in the foreign country to safeguard your practice and make sure that you don't do anything wrong, right? One other things we really want to tell people that, okay, fine, you hire foreign workers and you don't need to issue 1099, congratulations, but what else is so important to you other than the W-8 ban form that is really legit? You need to get it done, and you also want to make sure that you establish a very reliable payment method. So many times we have, actually at least 2 times, we have clients, we're dealing with foreign country, foreign vendors and foreign subcontractors. So, the money went and just disappeared. They don't do the work. And they don't have any they don't have any way to get the money back. They don't even know that country, what bank was that. They only just got the SWIFT code and they didn't know anything else. So it is really something that you want to be prepared for. The transaction failed. Maybe the transaction went into a different account by accident. You need to trace it back. So all of these things, you need to consider the payment platform. Use reliable international payment platform to facilitate the smooth transactions. So currency consideration, right? If you're going to Philippines or you're going to China, you're going to Europe, you have this foreign currency exchange issue. So you want to make sure that you're monitoring that exchange. And a payment schedule, set a clear schedule. Okay, the milestone monthly to ensure timely compensating to the contractor, because you know what? You didn't pay them for 2 days, they're gone. And you don't have anything anymore. There's nobody work for you anymore. You don't have any control, folks. It's a camera, a video, that's not enough of control. So really be very vigilant when you are thinking of using foreign workers. So what are other challenges of additional consideration you must have when you do the remote worker kind of business? maintaining data security. That is one top priority for firms like ours, right? CPA firms, community CPA. And we practiced for 28 years. And we are ranked as a top 10 IT savvy CPA firm in the country by Accounting Today. And we knew how important that is. So this data bridge can happen easily when the data is sitting on somewhere on other people's computer overseas. So I personally do not believe the data is safe. Anybody can convince me, try to convince me, but if the data went overseas, it's not safe. And I do not want to risk my clients' personal information and their livelihood to some people they may not even be able to talk to because the language is different. So no. But if you do, maybe your business is not like community CPA's business. Maybe it doesn't have that kind of security requirement. So do your data security work as much as you know how. And if your data is not sensitive to go outside of country, that's not a problem. That's congratulations, and I'm happy for you, right? Quality control and performance monitoring is a big deal. I'll tell you why. Because I have clients so thrilled. They found a great person in foreign country, will do great work. And 2 months down the road, one day, client called. What would it cost if we have to redo all of the things I have already done by this lady? In this particular case, this lady was from Philippines. So, of course, it will cost regular American kind of labor cost, right? But our client is willing to do that because the person just disappeared. The person disappeared without a trace. Are you going to spend money, go Philippines to find that person? Most likely not, right? Hopefully you have a set of copy here, so you don't need to go to Philippines to look for somebody. But the idea, what I'm giving you is performance monitoring, quality control is up in the air when you are hiring someone remote. Unless you have an organization over there, oversee them, that may be different. Culture, communication barriers. Culture barriers, communication barriers, trust me, it is huge. You may not think it's huge because you are not deep into it yet. As soon as you got into it deep, you got this connection, you got your people hired 1, 2, 3, 4 more, and you will suddenly see the culture. You will see the tattoo of the culture very quickly. So these are things, I'm not even talking about language. Hopefully when you hire speaks your language, right? And it's just the communication style, the understanding of your tone of talking, taking your orders in certain ways. It is just different. So with that said, those differences will creeping into your productivity and making your quality different. Hopefully it's better, but it could make it worse. So I just want you to be really realistic about hiring foreign workers. And I have a very successful company using foreign workers. I do. I'm envy about that because they took the payables kind of work from my office to Philippines. And it is a private company, so they pay the purchase PO purchase orders. So the Philippine workers actually trigger the payment, working with the bank here in US and getting payment taken care of. They're charging like what, $8 an hour, which is below minimum wage. We can't even hire my poodles. I have a poodle. I think I pay him more than $8 an hour because he's so costly. So $8 an hour, you can't get a human. So with that said, it is normal. It is good case in this case to save so much money to do that work with the foreign worker. But remember, you need to follow the rules, right? You need to make sure you are a U.S. company and they live outside of U.S. and they have a signed W8 bin form with you, and you keep that in the file so you're in compliance with IRS and with DOL. Now, if you have more question about hiring foreign workers and wanting to figure out, oh, how their visa goes, how do I do that? And we do have legal arm here in our firm, and we're very good with the business immigration side of support. We can work with your lawyers, and we can also do the work that the lawyer do, and we have attorneys that does nothing but immigration side of work. So I just want you to know, and those are the things related. When you hire foreign workers, and you probably are kind of into the visa side of things, so we can help you. And we have the partners right here, so you can see 6 of us. If you go onto our website, go into the appointment button, you will pull up us. So you can book our time, and it's all video calls, so you will actually be in the room with our partners, talk about things. We are updating the partner specialties right now. So under Dr. Howe, there's the immigration. I don't see that there. So we will update that, on our website, so you have a current one. And with the my very last slide is to encourage you to subscribe to our YouTube channel. Our YouTube channel is so great, and we obviously we're not entertainers, so you hear me, and we talk about knowledge. We give you that 1, 2, 3 you need to know, and we have several videos are going viral, and they're very popular. We have a lot of people coming from those videos because when they learned what we taught, and then they extended their understanding into deeper issues, then here we come to help you. And we will never disappoint you in terms of our knowledge base here. And you can check into the 1,200 videos on YouTube channel. And you have Catherine at communitycpa.com as the email address you see right there. And she's our marketing guru, and she's like our ears, our eyes, and she knows what you need. So if you happen to have a topic you like us to talk about, I would say that you go email Catherine. Tell her that, hey, Kat, we call her Kat, can you talk about this? So we will make it in, and you will see us answering your call. And we are a firm open 6 days a week. 6 days, Monday to Saturday. We have 2 teams. Monday to Friday team, Tuesday to Saturday team. We cover our clients 6 days a week. And on Saturday you call, we answer your call. And if you don't have time for any other days, you're just such a busy entrepreneur, come on Saturday, right? And I also want to mention to you that for me, every Saturday 3 p.m., and I talk a topic that was raised by our client, just like this one, because our client was asking me whether they should issue 1099. It's the issue 1099 time, right? So everybody is cleaning up their contractor list. Go to CPA, get the 1099 NEC issued. Then here comes, oh, I have 2 workers from Philippines. Do I need to issue 1099? No. Do you have W8 bin? No. Then please get that done. Put that in your file so you don't at least need to withhold taxes on them. All right, and good afternoon, and I'll see you again on Tuesday 3 p.m. Bye-bye.